day's a day, a bad luck's always coming my way.
Baby ghoul, are you out in the sunlight right now? Don't you know that vampires can't go out in the sunlight? It ends very badly for your kind.
But it's overcast.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I can officially say that you're dead and out of this world. That's right, folks. Today's topic of Grimm Life Adventures, or Spooky Adventures, brings us to the house from What We Do in the Shadows. And you're looking extra gorgeous.
Don't sing if you wanna live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You're dead and out of this world. You'll never get a second chance. Plan on your moves in advance. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead. Stay dead and out of this world.
Now do me a favor, baby ghoul. Please stay in the shadows. Get it? What we do in the shadows? You see how that worked? Now here's the thing. What We Do in the Shadows was mainly filmed in Toronto. That's where all the filming locations are. But the pilot episode, they actually filmed the mansion right here in Pasadena.
Pasadena.
I love it. Now Jessica's feeling a little self-conscious. She said she's the biggest nerd on the planet. But I'm telling you what, you make a really nice vampire. Now what is that? You're wearing Killstar, aren't you?
Yes.
One of the new Killstar dresses you got?
Killstar.
Are you going to keep up the vampire accent this entire time?
What accent is it?
There you go. Let's see those fangs. Oh, man. Don't go up and smoke. Now, please keep in mind as we walk up to the house that only the exteriors of this house were used as the establishing shots for the pilot episode. And then after that, the production moved to Toronto. But in pretty much every single episode, they used the same establishing shot. They had a few differences here and there, but this is it. What do you think, baby ghoul? You're home at last.
Welcome to my home.
It's a beautiful home. Look at that.
Pasadena.
Say it again. How'd you say it?
Pasadena.
Oh, I love it.
California.
You'll never get a second chance. Plan on your moves in advance. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead. Stay dead and out of this
Now we all know that vampires don't exist. Well, or do they? But it is very believable that a vampire would be living in this kind of house. I mean, look at this gate. The house is just massive. It's gorgeous. The fence, the wrought iron fence. What do you think, baby ghoul? Would you buy this house in a heartbeat if it was for sale?
This is my house.
This is your house. Of course it is. Oh man. We need to go trick-or-treating here in October.
Yes. Bring your children.
Bring your children.
The
All right.
children of the night.
You know what? Lately in these videos, you've been really getting into character.
What sweet music they like.
Fair enough. Now, once we get down here, we get a really good look at the house. You gotta look at the wood, the weathering on this thing. Let's get past this tree. Let's go a little bit further down. I just absolutely love this house. Now, it sucks that they had to move the whole production to Canada, but they've always had all kinds of different issues with the filming locations for whatever reason.
Welcome to my home. I have anxiously been awaiting you. I've lived for these moments. You guys know I'm a little vampire crazy, which is great. And it's really cool to be here where they shot the beginning of this season because I love this show. But when they moved to Toronto, they've used several houses. While they were filming in Toronto for the previous seasons, they lost rights to film there because it got purchased. And then so they built it in a parking lot.
They had a lot of changes.
They had a lot of changes.
With the locations.
Yeah, and then eventually moved to a soundstage.
If you've never seen the TV show What We Do in the Shadows, basically it's a comedy about a bunch of vampires who are roommating together. It's based off of a movie of the same name. Now, if you're familiar with our channel, you know that we're very family friendly, which means we don't swear, which makes us werewolves, not swearwolves. But there are vampires. This house is so massive that it looks like it takes up almost an entire block. So we're going to go ahead and walk around to the other side, down the street a little bit, and see what the backside of the house looks like. You doing all right in the sun? You a vampire, you? Or are you you're a vampiress?
I think vampire is the correct term, yes.
Run fast and don't stand in the sun. There's too much work to be done. You're down, you're down, you're down. You're down and out is wrong.
There's different kinds of jobs that I have to do. Keep the house tidy, make sure there's no sunlight. Getting rid of carcasses, I feel, is a big one.
Not only did they use this for the establishing shots for the show, but there's a couple different scenes of them out in the gardens. Can't get on the property, so it can't line up things. Jessica, are you all right?
Oh, the sun is so hot, I don't miss it.
Quick, get in some shade or something.
It's killing me.
It's killing you.
Oh.
Still a beautiful piece of property. Can't walk all the way around it. But there are a couple other places that we can visit from What We Do in the Shadows. And that's where we're heading next. Baby Ghoul, I see you took my advice and hung out in the shadows for the remainder of this. You ready to go to a couple of the other sites?
We can wait a while until it gets a little darker.
Still another couple hours before sundown, baby.
I've been up so long.
Our What We Do in the Shadows adventures brings us to Highland Park to this Super A Foods, which is behind me. Now, there's a scene in the pilot episode where Nandor and Guillermo are doing some shopping and we're introduced to something called creepy paper. Well, creepy paper and glitter. We're gonna go inside and see if we can line up anything. The first thing we see inside the grocery store is Nandor walking right down this alley. And you see that chicken up there? You can see that in this scene as he continues to walk on by. They filmed right here in aisle 4, and we know that this is the right aisle because you see up in the left-hand corner the cows. You can see that behind them as they're doing what, Jessica?
Creepy paper.
That's right, creepy paper.
Creepy paper. Ooh, multi-pack.
Oh, deliciously macabre. Creepy paper.
It's crepe paper.
Creepy paper.
Crepe paper, master?
Creepy, oh, multi-pack.
I shall also like to get the colorful dust that sparkles.
You mean glitter?
Yes, glitter. I'm going to dust it all over my face and body, like Twilight.
A colorful dust that sparkles.
Glitter?
Yes, get me some glitter.
Whatever for, master.
Oh, I want to do something special for the immortal one's arrival. I'm going to sprinkle it on my face and on my body, like twilight.
Now this is probably my favorite scene inside the grocery store. Nandor and Guillermo are right here, and Guillermo picks up a skeleton and shows it to him and says, "This is pretty macabre." And Nandor goes, "Eh," and he lights it up in flames. And what's really neat about it, you can see the greeting cards as well as the wine that's behind Jessica in the scene. Pretty wild, right?
Master, this is pretty macabre.
And we know this is the right aisle because if you look very closely in the back wall behind them, you see this cold beer and soft drink sign. It's identical, still here. Man, I love the neon. Baby girl, okay, I have to do it. Because you're doing this Dracula accent so well, I have to give you a couple different words to say. Why not, right? Say Dracula.
Dracula.
Say bloodsucker.
Bloodsucker.
You are mine.
You are mine.
Children of the night.
Children of the night.
Say Bela Lugosi.
Bela. Bela Lugosi.
Vampire.
Vampire. Vampire. Well, that's a hard one. These are hard. Vampire.
You make an excellent
That's
vampire.
hard. That one's hard, yeah.
And that's pretty much it for us. For our What We Do in the Shadows filming locations here in Los Angeles, California. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love, the vampire teeth, I love about living here in California is we can just leave our house and just spend the day just driving around, visiting someplace creepy. We're always trying to make things interesting.
Spooky.
Always trying to make things what?
Spooky.
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 With that being said, you gotta say it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always